a shadow in the night. Just right. The comet on the run. Passion in his words like a rising sun. Breathe groove, it's the family beat. David's the anchor, steady and true. Dana's the fire, igniting the view. Michelle's the laughter, lifting the sky. Together they're the podcast that'll never die. Breathe groove, it's the family beat. Three voices collide where the worlds meet. David, Dana, Michelle, a trio so tight, lighting up the airwaves every night.
Welcome to episode 35 of the Sibbriff podcast. I'm your host, Dana.
I don't hear it in my headphones.
Difficulties going on today on this live stream. David, we here?
Hold on, I'm having
And
some
Michelle?
technical
And Michelle?
difficulties.
And that's phone cam.
Okay.
Are we good?
We good? I think my
I can hear you guys, not in my headphones, but I can hear you guys.
is that why I'm hearing an echo?
Yeah, I'm getting an echo too.
Okay, hold please.
Let's do this.
Oh, that's better.
How's it sound now, Dave? Okay, yeah. It's Michelle's fault. Sorry, everybody. Really poor production here. We'll wait for Michelle to get started. Welcome if you're joining us on YouTube or on Facebook. If you'd like to join us on Facebook specifically, you have to make sure you are a subscriber to the channel. Just to let everyone know. Make sure we do have currently 5 people watching, so make sure you've liked and subscribed. And looks like Michelle's still getting set up.
Okay, how about now?
We're snowed in. It's snowmageddon.
Yeah, much better.
Okay, you can
Still
hear me
hearing an
now?
echo.
Yeah. I'm not getting an echo. Tiny bit.
Oh, I am. Not as bad as it was, but
It's just
How
been
about
that
now?
kind of
Michelle's
year.
figuring that out.
Seriously.
Yeah. It's been a long year, and it's only January. Chucho says, how are you?
We're great.
Hi, David.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi, Michelle.
Hello.
Hi, everyone. Caitlin wants us to know that everything is echoing. Yes, Caitlin, we know.
It's still echoing?
So I'm sure there'll be people.
I don't have an echo now.
Good now. Okay.
Chucho said it's good now. So
Okay.
all right. We are tracking this massive storm. Crazy storm. We're expected to get 20 plus inches in our area. What do you got, Dave? Anything?
You froze for a minute there.
How's the weather in Oregon?
Oh, the weather in Oregon, it was cold this morning, about 21 degrees. But we're expected to hit 50 today. We've actually had very little precipitation this year so far. But Hawaii was very, very impressed with your snow spot there, Dana, that you did for the show. She was floored by how much snow was on the ground.
Oh. It's already we've already
complete.
got plows coming down our street.
I mean, it's not really that bad. That was AI, and it fooled a lot of people apparently.
Well, it fooled her. It fooled me too, if I'm being honest.
It's gonna
I was
be
like,
that.
damn, it really is coming down.
It's gonna be that bad, but it's not that bad yet. Suppose it's gonna be that bad. We'll see. We'll see by tonight.
We already have it like sticking. Mike's already gone out to shovel some.
Yeah, we got the storm came here. It's building up a little bit.
I don't
It's
miss it
building up.
at all.
Storm cam.
But it's supposed to go. Supposed to go for you guys through tonight, right?
Yeah, through tomorrow morning.
Through tomorrow night. Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Around 6 or 7 it's supposed to stop tomorrow night.
Wow.
Yeah, this is
Awesome.
a big storm. So
It's been a while though since we've had a big storm like this.
yeah, I mean, I just hope this isn't going to be like 2015 all over again,
Ugh,
where we had
know.
like
Every weekend.
one huge snowstorm. I mean, the kids were out of school for like a month and a half in 2015. The roof to the high school caved in because there was so. It's been a while since we've done a podcast. We're a little rusty, I think,
Yeah.
and we
Just
haven't
a
really
little.
talked. We haven't really talked all that much, although there's been a lot of stuff going on with our family. You guys want to share any updates with the audience and how everything's going?
Oh, just Cannoli had surgery and there's been some post-op swelling complications. So we've been back and forth to the vet and he can't go to daycare. So it's kind of put everything just out of our normal routine for pretty much the whole month.
Yeah. Dave, how's everything going with you in Hawaii?
Yeah, so my wife was in the hospital for several days shortly after the start of the new year. But she's out, has been for about a week and a half now and doing great. So, but yeah, that's been, that took up most of my time and energy
Yeah.
for the start of January.
Yeah,
So,
that's for sure.
yeah.
And you pile all that on with everything going on in the world today. It's pretty crazy.
Yes. This is a much needed podcast, I think. I missed
Yes.
you guys.
I mean,
Been
we do have
crazy, but
we do have a little something to look forward to today. Our beloved New England Patriots are facing off against the Broncos today in the AFC Championship game. So that will be something to look forward to in a couple hours. You guys excited for that?
yes.
I am.
And any predictions on?
No, I don't even want to talk about it because I'm a little stitious. Like I've had this same outfit on. It's like a reference to Michael Scott for anyone that knows The Office. He's not superstitious, but he is a little stitious, and I am the same way. Mike came down yesterday and he's like, I want to wear my Drake May jersey. I'm like, you have not worn Patriot stuff all season and you're going to start wearing a Patriot shirt today? No. No. I have worn the same outfit, socks, leggings, Patriot shirt for weeks now. And I'm in the same outfit today. And that's all I want to say. I'm putting the good energy out. I don't want to even talk about anything else.
Well, I'll throw my prediction out there.
Hi, Dave.
16-13, New England.
Low scoring game, you think, huh?
Yeah. I think you got two really, really, really good defenses. I think the Pats defense is way underrated. I really do. In Denver, they've had a great defense all season. I mean, I think I've paid more attention to them just because they're closer to me geographically than they are to you guys. But even with Bo Nix being out, I think, with the offensive hit that they're going to take, their defense is still like rock solid. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a low scoring game. Determined by 3 points or less.
I don't think so. I think it's going to be a Pats blowout. To be honest, I think Patriots going to put up at least 24, probably 24-10 if I had to guess. I think Jarrett Stidham is pretty terrible, and I think they've been pumping his tires all week in Denver. But we saw several years of Jarrett Stidham here in New England, and he's not that great, Denver fans. So don't get yourself all excited. He is not going to be able to put many points up against this Patriots defense.
Yeah, well, Nick Foles wasn't all that great either.
No, Nick Foles wasn't. No. Nick Foles was way better than everyone gave him credit for. We actually had Stidham. We know what he can do and what he's capable of, which is absolutely nothing. So
I just don't like to count anything out. I mean, we had how many interceptions last week that we turned into 0 points? So
yeah,
I
that was
just don't
pretty
want
bad.
to. Yeah,
It
I
was
don't
a very
want to get
sloppy
too
game.
high on our horse here. Let's
It
just see what the day brings.
It was a very sloppy game, but in the playoffs, it's just about moving on. You win the game, doesn't matter how ugly it is. You got to win the game and move on.
No,
I
I know,
just
but we
think
had a
that-
lot of missed opportunities.
I do
so
not
I
think
just
that-
don't think we need to go in with we're gonna crush them because we don't know that we're going to crush them.
I don't think that they'll
And,
be that bad.
And I'm sure you guys only have a little bit of interest in who the Pats Super Bowl opponent will be. But out here, I can tell you everybody is saying that Seattle's going to crush LA, which makes me want the Rams to win, like really, really badly. So
They looked good
So
the
I
other
have-
day.
I have a
some
feeling-
of that game.
I have a feeling it will be a New England LA Rams Super Bowl again. 31-18 Pats, Mike.
He's
Mike-
listening. I think this
Mike-
is the first time ever live that he's listening.
Joining live on Facebook. He's joining on the Facebook stream.
It is. I'm telling you guys, it's not going to be a 2-score game. And I've seen Denver's defense. They are really, really good. I don't think they're going to be good enough to keep the Pats from winning, but they are going to definitely keep Drake May reined in. May will have have at least one touchdown, maybe two, but this is going to be a game that's won on field goals or special teams like turnovers. It's not going to be some kind of, the Pats are not going to put more than Dana. I think when you say 24-10, I could see them putting 24 points on the board, but they're not going to have 30 or more. It's just not going to happen. But I guess we'll know soon enough.
We will. Less than 2 hours.
I'll never hear the end of it if I'm wrong.
That is true.
And this segment of the show was not brought to you by DraftKings.
Love a good callback.
Well, in
And hey-
honor... Go ahead, David. Whatever you're
I was just
going
going to say the Celtics lost last night, but the Bruins won. So, I mean, am I the only one that's paying attention to the other teams that we have in our hometown?
I mean, right now it's all about... I mean, loosely paying attention, but everyone's been so...
No.
I mean, I think
Really
Mike
heavy
had it on.
Patriots.
I think Mike had the game on last night. You know what hockey I'm watching? Heated Rivalry. It is the best show. If you haven't watched it, you need to. It's so good.
What is it?
It's on HBO. It is based on a book, but it's these two hockey players that became rookies together and all that. But they are on opposing. It's basically based on the Montreal versus Boston rivalry. They're both their all-star players.
She's burying the lead.
And
She's
I know-
burying the lead.
And no, but I wanted to lay down the hockey part, and then they they start banging and fall in love, and it's just I love love. It's so good.
So really, it's just about two two people banging each other and they both happen to be on different hockey teams.
Yes.
Essentially, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, sorry. I thought I was going to have a good sports show to watch, but I guess not.
No, there's not a ton. I mean, there's a little bit of hockey, but not a ton of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's more about the players and all that.
Okay, well, in honor of the NFL playoffs, and let me pull this screen up here. I pulled a couple Reddit things off. I'm not going to really do Reddit stories today, but I did some sports-related questions on Reddit because I didn't see a whole lot of stories themselves. So the first Reddit question of the day I found is, which sport is best for preparing you for your life and why? So, David and Michelle, do you have any thoughts about which sport best prepares you for life?
I mean, it's really hard to just pick one because, well, I guess I would probably say a team sport. And that's just because when you are at a job, a lot of times you're working with other people and you have to be able to adapt to different situations and different personalities. And so I think any sort of team sport, I don't know if I could pick just one because, you know, there are multiple team sports. But, I mean, football is my favorite, so I guess I would lean towards that. But, you know, I think any team sport teaches you a lot.
Like what?
Well, it teaches you to work together. Like, you have to have some sort of teamwork. You have to have the right person in the right place at the right time. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be able to have people play to their strengths. You have to be able to know your own weaknesses and work on them. You know what I mean?
I think so. Yeah.
That's just, I don't know. I think a team sport.
I say baseball.
Interesting.
Best
You picked
prepares
the
you
same,
for life.
you picked the same
I-
sport I did. I'm curious to hear your reasoning behind it.
So there, the first reason is I learned 3 very important life lessons in Little League that I can honestly say I have carried with me ever since. But baseball itself is just basically like life. You have long stretches of boring inactivity broken up by short periods of excitement and stuff happening, which is basically life, right?
Yeah.
So I learned, don't judge a book by its cover.
I
Be
remember
careful
that
what you wish
story.
for. Be careful what you wish for, and stay humble. Those are the 3 lessons that I took from baseball, like playing Little League. And yeah, I
Interesting.
have. So the don't judge a book by its cover, I think I told you guys, was, you know, we had that on the other team. There was some girl, this tiny little thing, and we were all like, oh yeah, this is going to be easy. And she basically served us our lunch, all of us, the whole team. I don't think she gave up a single hit or a walk. So that, you know, be careful what you wish for. I wanted to play catcher so bad,
I remember this story.
and it was a disaster, and I hated it. And then the stay humble thing was I pitched 2 games, and my first game went really well. We actually won like 14-7, and I pitched the whole game, and I was feeling really good. And my second game I did terribly. It was awful. So yeah, I learned those were like actual experiences that you learn from that teach those lessons, or at least they did for me. So I say baseball.
I also would say baseball. I can understand the football aspect of it, and baseball in many ways kind of similar, but is preparing you for life is because ultimately, much like life, baseball is all comes down to you. Like, no one's going to bail you out. If you're in that batter's box and you got to get the hit, no one's going to get that hit for you. You have to be the one to get the hit. If you're on first and you got to steal second for your team, no one can steal second for you. You got, well, I suppose they could sub someone in, but if you're the pitcher and you need that strikeout, you got to be the one to strike him out, right? And you have assistants for your catcher calling the pitches, but ultimately it all comes down to you and how you perform. It's a very, while it is a team sport, it's also a very individual sport. It's a mostly selfish and individual sport, and I think in life you're going to run into selfish and individual people, generally speaking. But it's also a sport where it does teach you that when you can put aside your selfishness and come together with the rest of your team, you actually can achieve great things. So it can prepare you for that teamwork aspect. You think about the times when like teammates stick up for each other. You know, someone gets hit by a pitch, the next team up, their pitcher's going to hit the next batter. They're going to stick up for each other. So, you know, it's like almost like a sibling type relationship with the teammates. It's a very individual, yet somehow in this individual sport, they find a way to function as a team. And a lot of times in life, you're an individual. Times in your life when you have to function in a team, whether it be in work or literally if you do a team sport, or function as a team in your family, putting things together. It's it prepares you in that sort of ways. The humbleness aspect, like Dave said, that was one of the things I was going to say, but he said it better than I did. So it does teach you how to be humble. I think it gives a lot of those lessons, that parallel lessons in life. So when I think about a lot of lessons I learned in the kid, and it said one sport, the other sport I would say is martial arts. Prepares you. There's a lot of things I learned in martial arts that prepares you for life as well. Discipline, self-control, things that can help you further in life. Also, it's also a very individual sport as well, right? No one can do the things for you. You have to learn how to do it yourself and be independent. So much like baseball, whereas while I feel like football can teach you life lessons like team play and stuff like that, there are a lot of times in life where you're not going to get that help like you would in football. In football, if your running back needs to get 5 yards, he's not just going to get 5 yards in most cases. He needs that O-line to push forward and help him get that 5 yards. Like, he's not going to get 5 yards unblocked. He needs people to block for him, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, there are going to be times in life you need someone to block for you, right? But they're not always going to be there to block for you. Sometimes you're just a person on your own. And baseball, I feel like, relates a lot more like that than say football does. Basketball, I think, to a point, can be individual like that as well. But in basketball, you have teammates that can help prop you up as well. So baseball is, of the four major sports, I would say baseball is probably the most individual. I think life is an individual sport. And life is like, ultimately, you can have people help you along the way, but ultimately where you go in life is really up to you, much like baseball. You guys want to know what the people in Reddit said? I think this was a pretty fresh question. This actually got...
Yeah, what did the Reddit people say?
The Reddit people. First person said golf, but they didn't give any reason. I suppose golf, very individual. This person said any team sport. It teaches you to work within a group and helps you develop social skills.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
Very true.
Yeah.
Wrestling takes a crazy dedication and work, even though you're a part of a team out there on the mat. You win or lose alone, no excuses and no one to blame. Kind of like what I was saying about baseball and martial arts, really. You know, any martial arts could save you if you find yourself in a bad position. I mean, that's kind of bad reasoning, but I think I like the way I phrased it better. Swimming could save your life one day. Okay.
Yeah, these are like, what sport would help you save your life? Like if you were in a sticky situation.
Well, if I was in with a shark, I would swim away. Swimming is pretty obvious reasons. Track and field, in case you need to run away from someone. I also nominate combat sports, so they teach you to defend yourself and be more humble. I mean, do these people on Reddit just think you're just constantly going to be getting attacked?
I wonder if they're women.
Oh, maybe.
Or
Any
just men who like to fight or something.
any additional thoughts? Any sports you thought of while we were going through this discussion? Anything you can think
I don't
of?
think so. I thought you guys' answers were really good. It made a lot of sense to me. Baseball, it's alone but team. That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Teamwork. I think life is a mostly individual, but aspect of life require teamwork. All right, so we'll close that one out. Next question I found on Reddit was, what is the one sports moment that you wish you could relive for the first time again, or as if it was the first time? Did you guys come up with anything?
I know what Dana's will be.
I think I know what Dana's will be too. Maybe.
Interesting. Do you know what yours is?
The first one that came to mind when you sent this question was the 28-3 win. I just think that whole last quarter, I remember Brian jumping into Mike's arms, watching it downstairs.
So before we go any further, explain to the audience that doesn't know what 28-3 is. Because there are people that could be watching that don't know what 28-3 is.
Well, there was a Super Bowl. I don't know. The thing is I don't know the details. I don't remember Super Bowl numbers or anything.
Patriots versus Falcons, Atlanta Falcons.
Yep. They were kicking our butt at halftime, 28-3. I mean, everyone thought we were going to lose. Like, everyone. I don't think anyone thought that there was going to be a comeback.
And for those watching, we are the Patriots, okay? So we are the Patriots.
It was really bad. We just couldn't get it together. And then I think we scored maybe one touchdown or something in the third quarter. And then the fourth quarter, we just, I don't know, came back swinging. And this was the year of Brady's revenge tour because he had been not benched for the first, suspended for the first 4 games. So he had, he always had a chip on his shoulder. But yeah, so that we came back to win. What was the final score? Anyone know? Because I don't remember. I just remember the 28-3.
31-28.
Okay, yeah. Falcons never scored again, and we won. And that was like, I think the closest. That was like incredible. I think that was my favorite Super Bowl ever. Even though it was so close and I hated that we were losing, the win was worth it.
I just think about how miserable we all were at halftime.
Oh.
I think about Mike's brother Brian going out in his car and just screaming his head off.
Yes, but then when we won, Bri jumped into his arms and it was the best. And I won a Super Bowl square. I won like $500 that night. So that was that was like a very fun Super Bowl, even though it was crushing at first.
That sports memory brought to you by Prize Picks.
How about you guys?
Dave, go ahead.
Mine's actually a little bit more personal. It's not like a big championship moment or anything, but if I was reliving something for the first time, it would be going to my first Bruins game.
Oh.
Which was January 18th, 1993 on Martin Luther King Day. And it was a matinee game, and I'd never been. And I took my friend Adam because he'd taken me to see Aerosmith that previous August. He had an extra ticket to Aerosmith, and I got 2 Bruins tickets for Christmas, so I took him because he was the guy that got me into hockey, actually.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, hey, let's go to the Bruins game. So they played the Sharks.
The Sharks. I was going to say, they played the San Jose Sharks. Funny how I remember the tickets you got.
Yeah, and they won 4-3. And it was just that, like, going into the old Boston Garden for my second time. My first time was actually seeing a Celtics game with your dad, Shell, when he was still taking photos for them, and we sat right on the floor. Also a great moment. But yeah, there was something about, like, that was when I really, really fell in love with hockey, like watching it in person, and just kind of like that excitement of, like, screaming down at the ice and just the whole experience. So I remember how that felt like the first time. So that's what I would relive if I could.
I do feel like when you're at a Bruins game or a hockey game versus another sporting event, you do tend to make, I don't know if friends isn't necessarily the word, but like you high five everyone around you when there is a score. And I don't remember doing that at Patriot games. But Bruins games, I definitely remember. Like high-fiving my neighbor.
Yeah. There's a camaraderie that happens at hockey games, and because I've seen hockey like in Calgary. I went to a Flames game. People were like that. Mm-hmm. I went to a Predators game. That was a little bit different, but they're Southerners. They're not really. It was like the hockey show. It wasn't really people coming out to see the hockey game as like fans. But it's kind of the same way as like concerts. Like when I go to a concert, because I usually go by myself, it's the one time that I talk to strangers. Is like, because ordinarily I keep to myself, but like when I go to see a band that I really like, you're out there headbanging with everybody in front of the stage, and then you're talking in between songs and sets and stuff, and you just, there's like a friendliness there.
Yeah.
I did go to a Titans game. They played the Chiefs, actually. This is back in like it was the same time I went to see the Predators. And I sat with a bunch of Titans season ticket holders, like near the 20-yard line, and they were like super friendly.
Oh.
And they were like chatting with, the whole section was chatting with each other throughout. So I think it's like more football country down there. So, in New England, you're just kind of reserved when you go to like a Celtics game or,
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know about the Celtics and Bruins games.
And Bruins games, I think is where I've noticed that people are the most outgoing. But I mean, come on, you go to a Patriots game, everybody knows what it's like at Gillette Stadium. You got these like drunk a-holes, like just kind of acting like idiots. No one wants to talk to each other. You know what I mean? Like let's just be honest. It's the reputation and it's based in fact, right?
Partially, I don't know. So I had one professional sports moment, and I also kind of like, not a relive, but like a redo personal moment.
Okay.
But my professional sports.
I think I know what the professional sports moment.
The professional sports moment would be Boston Red Sox versus Detroit CS Game 2. I got tickets. I took Mike.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got to. We went to get Sunday Heat. I think we went to Sal's Pizza, if I remember. I'm gonna draw a picture for y'all. The Patriots were still playing. New Orleans Saints. We watched from a bar outside as we waited to go into the Fenway Park. The Patriots down 2 touchdowns. Make a miracle comeback. Tom Brady. Tom Terrific. Makes a miracle comeback with like 2 minutes to go, and the Patriots end up winning the game. Then we go into Fenway. Everyone's all jazzed up because there was literally like crowds in the street watching the Patriots just win, so everyone's all hyped up.
Yeah.
All good to go. Then we go into the game. Red Sox, Tigers, and the Tigers are just like blowing the Red Sox out. Like inning 5, inning 6. The Red Sox can't seem to get anything together. But somehow, everyone stayed in the stadium. No one went home. They were losing I think it was like 5-0 at the time. No one stayed home. Red Sox chipped away. They get 1 run in like the 6th inning. It's 5-1. Get into the 7th. All of a sudden, the Red Sox have the bases loaded. David Ortiz comes up with the bases loaded. They decide to sub the pitcher in for a relief pitcher. Just before the pitcher, Amani, goes in, there's a guy like a few rows in front of me and Mike screaming at him, telling him he sucks, he's going to blow it. And he like turns around and looks at the drunk guy and then goes to the field. And like the first pitch throws and David Ortiz hits the grand slam and we're all like freaking out. Everyone in the bleachers is freaking out, thanking that guy for throwing him out. It was like everyone's hugging each other, completely against Dave's. Like nobody wants to talk to each other. Everyone was like vibing. Red Sox go on to win game 2. Super important because Detroit won game 1. If they win game 2, they go back to Detroit. They could end up sweeping the Red Sox. Instead, Red Sox win game 2. They go to Detroit, blow them out, go on to win the World Series that year. ALCS game 2. David Ortiz. I wish I could live that moment over again and again and again. It was like electric. I've never been to a baseball game that was like that. It was insane. Absolute insanity.
Mike said he hugged the person sitting next to him. Or
yeah, like complete strangers. It was crazy. It was absolutely. It was the craziest thing I've ever attended in person. So that was my wish I could relive moment. Is
What's
that
your
Mike's?
personal
Did you talk to Mike about that one?
No, I didn't ask him. I didn't tell him what we were talking about.
I bet you that's a top
today.
moment for him. I bet you that.
I think it is. I think we've talked about this, him and I, before, and that's why I was like, I think that's going to be yours, because when you sent this question, I was like, oh well, I know what Mike's is, and it's the same moment.
Is that what you thought it was going to be, Dave?
Yeah, that's what I thought it would be.
Yeah.
My personal moment is, you guys know I ran cross country.
Yeah.
In high school. And my junior and senior year was when I worked really hard and really got to be like one of the best runners in the state. And every year in cross country we had like several. Oh, my computer's going crazy. Every year we had several big state races where like people from all over the state would come and do these invitational races. Most of them were at Franklin Park in Boston, and there was, however many towns and cities from all over the state. One of the biggest ones we did was the state coaches race, which was one of my favorite races because that one involved 200 plus towns that were there. And so that race was my senior year, so November 99. And I did that race, and I was like, something about that day, I was like so amped up. I was ready to the year before I ran that race, I came in like top 20. And I was like really thinking, I'm definitely going to get a top 10, but I was like thinking I could really win this race today. I could win this race. So we get to the park, we do our warm-ups. I'm feeling like really good, really, really, really good. I see like Norwell, who's like one of our rival teams, come. Jeff Atkinson was the previous year's state champion. I'm like, all right, I'm going to beat him this year and stuff like that. We do this race in Franklin Park, and it's like a little over 3-mile course. And I'm like doing our warm-ups. I'm planning how I want to run this race. I'm going to start strong, get myself to the front of the pack, and then I'm going to kind of like try to stay in the top 10 the whole race. And I can explain. Actually, I think I can. So I wish I could redo this because I did the last like half mile of the race all wrong. I want to give you guys a visual. Nope. Stop the screen. Present the screen. This is like a rough outline of Franklin Park. I'm going to bring us over here. Can you guys see my mouse?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the start was right here. Like you would go up. This is like an 8-mile course, so about less than half of this. But we would go up here, straight ahead. And then we would come around up to Bear Cage Hill up here. I would do a lot of my passing people because I trained on hills every day. I would run like a few miles before school every day. And then I'd run with the team after. And I did a lot of hill training on my own. So I would run. This is where I would do a lot of passing people because I train on hills all the time. So, and then you would come down around here and do this wilderness loop. And then there's like this square here is the finish. So you would come out of the wilderness and you would do this. I would say it's probably more than a quarter mile. It's probably closer to like 600 meters total. You would come around this box here. And then a lot of people at the end of the race would start their sprint in this last corner and sprint to the finish line, which was about 150 meters. I decided to start sprinting here, like 3 corners away. At this point, we come out of the wilderness. It was like heading into the wilderness. I was in like second place. Jeff Atkinson was in front of me, and then there was a kid behind me from Mill, Western Mass, and of like the main pack. We're like pretty far ahead of everyone, top 3. And I decide I'm gonna make the past the first place here, and I'm gonna start sprinting corner with like 3 corners to go, which was probably so I decided I'm gonna do a 600-meter sprint, and I do. I start sprinting with 600 meters to go. I get what I think is a big enough lead in front of them, but by the time of that last, I start running out of gas, and I'm like, I've like slowed to a jog. I slow to a jog, and all of a sudden, the 2 of them just pass me right by as they're doing their last main kick, and they just passed me right by. And I was like so dejected because it was so close. I thought I was going to win my first day race. I ended up coming in 3rd. And I look at that mad at myself for doing that. I even if I had started the 2nd corner instead of the 3rd, still win it. But I thought I was going to outsmart them by doing it so much sooner. I thought I was going to get such a... So, not to relive, I want to redo. Can I redo that, please?
If only we could go back in time and redo things.
Well,
Do you guys have any personal sports stories?
I mean,
David,
I'm
did you
sure... Go ahead.
Dave, did you ever run the races at Franklin Park when you were in high school?
I did run. I did run one in
One?
Franklin Park in cross country. Yeah. As far as redos, I think the only thing I would do differently is one day I was very much into baseball. That was my team sport. Mom came and asked me if I wanted to play hockey, if I had any interest in playing hockey, and I said no. And at the time, I didn't like hockey. I was all about baseball. So
Oh.
this is when I was in like fourth grade, fifth grade.
Oh, okay.
So if I could redo, I think I would have said yes.
I thought you were going to say I would move out of the way so that guy running down first base wouldn't knee me in the face.
No, I got the out.
That was the
Okay.
night I was born, right? Or the night before I was born?
No,
Oh, because Mom
It
always
was around
talked
the.
about.
It was
it
around
was
the
around
time.
that time.
Oh,
Because
Mom
our
always
mom
says
say that.
you had a black
Black eye
eye,
in the picture,
and then but he got that out. That was always part of the story. Was he got the out?
I did get the story. Yeah.
Caitlin's favorite sports memory was when we took her dad to his first. He was so happy.
Oh, that's cute.
He was calling his brother. He was calling his friends. Oh, guess where Dana and Katie took me? I'm at the Bruins. Look for us on TV.
That's cute.
Yeah. The Winter Classic was fun, but sitting
Oh,
in 15,
that was fun.
It was
sitting
fun,
in 15
but the
degree weather,
Bruins
watching the
got
Bruins
destroyed.
get their asses kicked.
Yeah,
They got
was
and
not
it was
fun.
destroyed.
so cold. I mean, the best part of that whole experience was the tailgate breakfast.
The tailgate
I mean,
breakfast,
that was
yeah.
like one of the best breakfasts I've ever had. And I love
was-
that everyone walking by was like, "Oh, what a good idea! Bacon and eggs and steak tips." Like everyone thought it was great.
It was definitely not all the fights that broke out between the Boston fans and Montreal fans in the stands.
Well,
And there was
I
at
mean,
least
those,
three. There was at least three fist fights.
those Habs fans were walking around pretty obnoxiously. I mean, I remember thinking like, wow, like I know they're kind of insufferable, but they were like really bad that day, I think.
Well, you know,
So,
it's a heated rivalry.
oh my God. So the Boston fans and the Montreal fans were like banging each other in their cars afterwards.
Yes, I think
Is that-
so. Yep.
Yeah. Well, the only effing that happened that day was Montreal effing the Bruins.
They did not play well.
Yeah, that was bad.
They did not play well at all.
Oh. That was fun though.
It was a good time.
Bruins were
That was
Bruins
fun.
basically bent over and were like, "Give it to me, Daddy." I mean, that's pretty much what happened.
They were kind of mad too after the game. They were mad that the fans were mad. They were like mad at the fans for being upset about it. I remember them watching the I remember watching the press conference interviews, and they were like bitching about the fans being upset.
I think that was the worst I've ever seen them play, and I've been a Bruins fan for 33 years now. I've been following them, so I don't think I've ever seen them play that badly before.
It was
I think
so
the
fun.
closest,
I sat through some
would-
pretty bad stinkers at the Garden in the early 2000s.
the closest I think would have been like 95 or 96. They were in Dallas and they gave up a 3-goal lead in the last like minute and a half of the game. I think that's the closest comparison. But other than that, yeah, that was a terrible game.
All right, guys. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
No, I don't think so. I'm gonna go and get some football snacks ready and hunker down.
Our next podcast will TBD. We'll have to figure out a schedule for season 3 of the
this-
podcast.
I know it's
So much
hard
going
for
on.
me. I was gonna say it's hard for me to make any routine right now.
Right now, yeah. It's hard for us, too.
because we never know when we're going to the vet or not. You know, it's like a whole thing. So
Chucho, the first refund party. I'm going to do a tax stream, probably, let's see, what's the date? Well, the IRS opens this week, so I'm probably going to do one this week, just to do some forecasts for the tax year.
W-2s, right, should be coming
Yep.
soon. They have,
Yep,
well, I
the
know they have to
IRS
be mailed out before the end of the month.
The IRS opens tomorrow, officially for the tax season, so a lot of my tax viewers will be new videos on tax news, so that's what I'll do. I'll probably do a live stream sometime next week about what we've seen so far the first few days of the tax season. And then for those that watch the channel regularly for taxes, the PATH Act lifts on February 15th, and I want to do a video about that because I've seen people thinking they're going to get their taxes that day, and that's not going to happen. There's a lot of things different this year.
A lot of changes this year.
A lot of changes, yeah. So, stuff to talk about. All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, make sure if you haven't done so already, to like and subscribe. You can watch us on YouTube as well as Spotify and Facebook. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Until
Stay
next time,
safe in the
go
storm.
Patriots. Sorry, Denver fans, but we are true blue Patriots fans over here. So go Pats.
And over here on the West Coast.
That's true. The one Patriots fan in the Seattle area.
Actually, no. Actually, I was at work, and one of the other program managers, I forgot. He's from Gloucester. He's from Massachusetts,
nice.
like
really?
me. So he was asking me who I thought. He thinks they got an easy path through the Super Bowl.
I
think
don't
they'll
think
win.
we should rule anything out.
If
but
we're being honest, I said 3 weeks ago, everything seems to be lining up for the Patriots to go to the Super Bowl this year. And then, wouldn't you know, Buffalo gets knocked out.
Oh.
They
Josh
and
Allen's
then,
press conference.
and then Bo Nix breaks his ankle. Like everything literally has been lining up for the Patriots to go to the Super Bowl. So.
Did you cry, Shelley, when
no,
Buffalo was
but
knocked out?
No, but just his press conference with him crying, and he's like, "I let my team down," and then, oh my God, and then that coach, their coach got fired like a day or two later, and I'm like, oh my God, he's probably so upset, thinking this is also his fault. I just felt really bad. I really like Josh Allen.
They could have avoided all of that by winning.
I get it. They're like the Steelers. They get so far and then they just can't push through and actually win the games that count. And I get it.
This is a problem. Why?
It's not. It's not. I hate the Steelers, but I'm just saying, like, I get it. Can only also hate
doesn't
the
like
Steelers.
them either. All right, everyone. Well, until next time, we're going to get ready for the Pats game. I hope everyone has a great however many weeks Sibrev podcast is on hiatus. Yeah. Until next time.
Stay safe and warm.
Stay safe.
Stay
warm,
safe.
Everybody.
Have a good...
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, have a good bye.